Hey guys, Zelda here and welcome back to 999. Last episode we went through the library and we got Snake and everything, so we're on our way to the true ending. We also got some exposition about receivers and senders, about the morphogenic field, and a bit about the Nonary game played 9 years before. And otherwise, we don't know much. Oh, and I specified that the 4 people that were in the picture, one of them was Ace, one of them was the Ninth Man, one of them was Cap, and one of them was the guy that Ace killed through the number 3 door, which were the 4 people who set up the Nonary game 9 years prior. So the only one that's still alive out of those 4 is Ace in this case. It's Ace in this case, but yeah, that's kind of like what we discovered, and now we are going through the door that we opened in the library. So yeah, let's get going. So let me just clear my throat here. The door opened and Junpei and the others leapt through it.
All right, this is the next.
Just as Seven was about to finish his sentence, their attention was drawn to another body, the clang of metal on metal ringing out behind them.
Oh, the door!
Of course it closed again. Come on, guys. This has been happening the entire game. They spun around. The door they'd just come through had slammed shut.
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see.
Junpei grabbed hold of it with both hands and pulled with all his strength. Yep, locked.
Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute! Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
They took a second to look at the room they'd found themselves in. It was filled with piles upon piles of all manner of things. The only word that could describe it was chaotic. It was like a tornado had passed through, followed by a giant who had picked up and shaken the entire room a few times.
Looks that way.
Looks like a lot of red and dead technology. Junpei's heart fell.
No way!
For real?
Time to go clean! I would love to. I would love to clean this entire room. Clover and Seven looked as though they were about to cry.
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Snake can't see anything, so... Here we go, guys. Seek a way out. Okay. Let's see, there are piles of crap everywhere. Man, this place is a mess.
It's so messy, I don't know where to start.
Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these parts are the puzzles we solved in other rooms. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles he'd need to see his plan come to fruition. Just a pile of junk, there's something useful here. Okay, I can't click on that. Let's click here. Hey Junpei, isn't this a nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. New material, okay. Nothing else here, it seems.
Look, Junpei, the rest in here looks like Elvis's face.
Yeah. How exciting. Huh? Elvis's face? I don't see it. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. I don't see it, guys.
Gosh, this desk is really big, and it feels really sturdy.
Yeah, it does seem pretty heavy duty. I suppose it belongs to whoever uses this room, wouldn't you say? Okay, I'm literally not getting anything here. Okay. This screen is huge. Wonder why it's blue. Maybe if I touch it? Oh, there's something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here with numbers and letters in them. Let me see that. Oh, I see. So whenever you touch a cell, the ones next to it turn on or off. You just gotta use that to mark the all cells in the right and bottom green.
Hey Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You want to take a look at it? Do you think this might have something to do with the puzzle?
It's a piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. It's just like she said, it's probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like I just need to make all of the cells all green. Ah, so it's that again. It's space 10 again. Oh. How many times can I click until I just accidentally get it? This is the worst puzzle. At least the other puzzle had like rhyme and reason. Oh my god! That was horrible. Well, at least we got through it.
You did it, Junpei! You're so smart!
No, I just brute forced it. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would expected of you, Junpei. Hey, come on, you're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't got time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open, and something came out. Oh, seems to be that. Well, let me get away from that puzzle real quick. It's modded as part of this machine. It's really dim though. It's got a map of the world on it, but I can barely see it. Okay, do we need to turn it? Ah.
Junpei, it looks like there's a compass on here.
Oh, now I get it.
What do you mean?
I guess you weren't there, Clover, but I saw the puzzle like this one in the wheelhouse. I think I just need to do the same thing here.
The same thing?
The important part is this nautical table we just found. I just have to match up the directions on the compass with the lines on the nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm gonna use the wheel attached to the side here.
Okay, show me, now!
Of course. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions. It looks like it'll probably work the same way. Okay, well, if it works the same way, then we don't need to do that. Where's the thing? Okay, where do we go? Is it the other way around? Okay, well then we are going south. South. West. And then we go southeast. And then northeast, I guess. Northeast. And just east. And then north. Wrong button, but okay. North and east. There we go. That one was easy, thank God.
Yeah, you did it, Junpei. Good boy. Who's a good boy?
Ah, knock it off. Hey, we don't have time for screwing around right now. Check out the right side of the monitor. It's just kind of slid open. Something came out. Oh yeah.
I heard a noise too. I know that big box in... You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know?
A noise, huh? Oh, let me get that. Oh god, another one of these puzzles. Let's just see what happens when I... Whoa! Well now, we got something on the screen at least. Huh? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out that Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code? Yeah. The dots on here look like dits for the Morse code. There's 2 dots in the first line, and 4 in the second, and 1 on the last. Ah, I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, run through the thing. Yep, nope, bye-bye. Okay, so... What was it? Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted. Alright, no. Why did I get that? No. Maybe? I guess not. Maybe I'm missing something. No, I don't want to do it again! I'm sorry, I clicked it! Okay. No, I do not want to go back to that puzzle. There's something written on these pieces of paper. Looks like we've got 3 sheets of the stuff. Okay, what we get? Just got chart 1. Shut up. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, but we still don't know what we want to do. Like what we want to type, I guess. There are piles of crap everywhere.
This is a pretty impressive mess.
If we try to search every one of these, we're gonna be at it till the crows come home. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. We won't have to go bring them in ourselves then. Don't you get smart with me, kid? How about we deal with this area later, okay, guys? Maybe we should try something more promising. These monitors hang down from the ceiling. Each screen starts a room on the ship. Great. That's how Zero kept tabs on this, I guess. Okay, well there's 4 of these, so I need 4 puzzles. But I didn't see any... The metal shutter looks pretty sturdy. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Alright, let's open it. Oh, holy shit! That's pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. A coffin? A coffin? Oh man, does Seven think... Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. Could this be? It's not the same coffin, though. I'm sorry, but what is going on?
It's a coffin. I wonder if there's a vampire in it.
Alright, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, let's have a look around. It's open. There's a metal plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah, the 2 machines. Gulp. Holy shit. Man, this is serious. Oh well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand.
Okay, I got it.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Huh! Whatever. I can't do the voices like that. No luck, it doesn't seem ready to open.
Yeah, but it's not like it's screwed shut or something.
Yes, I believe it's locked in some other way.
Hey, Seven, do you think you can open it up with your superhuman strength?
No,
What's wrong?
I think I'll just pass on this one, okay?
What the heck?
Well, we'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's look around the room a little more, shall we? Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge beneath the navel of the gigantic. Is that actually true? Well, it's all ice, right? Maybe that's what we need to do with the Morse code. Menu. So then it would be... Let me see here. Dot dash. Dot dash. Dot dash dot dot. I don't know if there was enough for that. And then we have to repeat that because it's twice. Dot dash dot dot all. I don't know if this is it, but dot dot I dash dot dash dot. It is dot. It's three long. It's 3 sentences long. Have you figured out what you're supposed to enter here, Junpei? It looks like the word that's supposed to go in here has 3 letters. It's got 3 lines, and I think each line is 1 letter. I see. Well, if that's the case, then perhaps the letters you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol respectively. Ice, then, I guess. That's the case, then. I think it's this, and then the last one. After all, isn't that what you just said? One line has 2 spaces, and the next 4 and the last only a single space. I see. So in other words, I've got to enter either the dots or the dashes, instead of 2, and instead of 4, and then just 1. Yes, well, so it would seem. I know the things. Yes, I know how to do it. Let's do it. See that? Oh, I wish I had known that. So it's dot, dot, dash, dot, dash, dot, dot. Ice. I thought maybe it was all ice, but... Daisy, it seems you have solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah yes, I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise? Yeah, that's true. Oh yes, one more thing. I heard the sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is on lockdown. What? Just grab the thing. Go back. No. Alright, fine. I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in here. I just know it. Okay. Deep breath. Here we go. Nothing in there. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, I can't believe I was so scared of something like that.
What do you mean, nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there?
It's a long story. Ask Jumpy about it sometime.
Huh?
Well, just like Seven said, there's nobody in here. There's something in there though. Well, two somethings actually. What's that? There are two things on the bottom of the coffin. Looks like we got a plate with an emblem on it and...
The Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it! Now we can get through the hallway.
That's correct, little bird, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know.
Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible.
I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we'll use the use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as the other thing goes, we got 4 of them. That's what we needed. No. All right. I've put the emblems into the 4 indentations on the desk, but nothing's happening. Wait, what's Snake doing? I feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the upper left is the steering wheel symbol. On the upper right, the cross symbol. On the bottom left, the mysterious circle symbol. And lastly, the waffle pattern is engraved near the bottom right indentation. Additionally, each symbol seems to have been given a number. 1, steering wheel, 2, cross, 3, mysterious circle, and 4, waffle patterns. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in this order? In that order, huh? 1, steering wheel. Let's just drop the emblem of the steering wheel in here. Whoa! Well, now we've got something on the monitors at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle.
I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected, and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to be moved to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Press the check button once you've moved all of the balls except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number of that area. That's it.
I still don't really get it. Whatever, like they say, practice makes perfects. Perfects? Makes perfect, and I don't believe in that, so let's give it a shot. Thank you, Snake. Don't you mean practice makes perfect? Hey, let's see you solve the next one, then you can make fun of me. So it needs to be... Okay. Let me... Three? I think we all have to go into double digits here. So I'm gonna go with 7. 4, which would be 11. No. This would be 10. It would be digital root, right? So it has to be that one. That's 10. That's 12. Oh, I need to know all the numbers? Oh, jeez. But I can't move the red number. Okay. Okay, so I have to use this to make the numbers. Alright. Ooh. They really make the puzzles hard at the end of the game. I don't remember them being this hard. Let me just use 8 for 6. Plus 7. 7, 8 plus 7. 15, right? 15. Plus 5 is 20. 20. 20. 24. 25. And this would be 6. 25? No, that would be 3. No, 25. That would be 7. That would be 20, 24. This would be 6. 6. No. 6. Plus 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. There. Okay. Okay, this is it, right?
But nothing's happening.
There are still 3 more indentations left empty. And I imagine something will happen if when they are all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? Indentations on the desk. They have numbers 1 through 4 written above them. There are numbers in the steering wheel across blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Steering wheel, so yeah, okay. And which one was the second one? The coffin one? Yeah. Alright, I guess nothing happens if I put that one in there.
Junpei, don't you think you put in the wrong one there? There are symbols on each of the indentations, right? They're numbers too.
Okay. I'll write them down because otherwise I forget if I have to do a puzzle every time. 1 steering wheel. 2 cross. 2 cross. Cross. 3 circle. And 4 waffle. 4 waffle. Waffle. 4 waffle. Okay, well. This is the cross. Okay, let's put the emblem of the cross in here. Hey Junpei, something just showed up on the screen.
This puzzle sure looks a lot like the last one.
Yeah, but there's more of those red balls you can't move.
The numbers for each area are different too.
Looks like it's got the same rules as the last one though. You sure you don't want to double check that? No, I'll be fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over there, right? Anyway, like they said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that a picture is worth 1,000 words? Hey, shut it! At least I'm trying, alright? You're doing that on purpose, Junpei. Okay, so I can't use 1 anymore. I'm just gonna put 8 again. 8 and 7 is 15, right? Wait, yeah? I believe so. 8 and 7 is 15. 15 plus 5, which makes 20. Wait, that doesn't work. So I guess I'll just do that here. 5. That makes 20. 20. I guess this could be 6. And 4. I guess. Or... I mean, this is 6. Or, no, this is 5. And this... a 3 and a 2. 5 plus 8. That would be 10. That would be 1. And this... It'll be 21. 21, 25. Okay. That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it. And circle. That'll be this one. Okay, let's put in the emblem of the secret code. Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same though.
Don't you think you should double check it?
Come on, this is the third time I've done this. I'll be fine. So this is if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Ah, shut up. Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. So they're both 7 this time, but I can't use the 3. 8, 7. I'm doing it again. Or if I can just make 16 with all of them. This is 13. This will be 15. This would be 19. This would be 12. So it would be 3. This would be 16. Therefore it would be 17, okay. So then... No? Okay. I thought like the last remaining ones, I guess. 7. I mean, I know 7, 4, and 5 works. Okay. Wait, no. There. This is that we went to door 7 with 7 Clover and us. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got 1 left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. No, you can't. You're blind. Let's see what happens when I put the emblem of the coffin into this indentation. You have to do another puzzle. This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple.
I think this is probably the last one.
Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright, I'll solve it another time. 8, huh? Well, we can do that. Number 9. I mean, 2 and 7 won't work. I mean, technically. Technically, it would make 9. Plus 5. Technically that is 8, but I need 3 in here, and I can't... Huh? Okay, I would have never gotten this, so... I don't know why there was nothing in the number 9. I don't know why that was a thing, but okay. Huh? Where did that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard?
Way to go, Junpei! You answered all the questions!
Damn, Junpei, good job!
Hey, did you hear something just now?
Oh, sorry, that's Junpei. Hey, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. There we are.
A picture.
In the drawer was a single picture. He picked it up. It was a photograph of 4 men.
What the?
Ace, the 9th man. The guy was killed by Ace, and the guy that was chopped up in the captain's quarters. Involuntary, Junpei's eyebrow shot up. He'd seen 3 of them before.
What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He
Yep.
had the 0 bracelet on his left arm. And this second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5.
Yep.
But this guy, the one in the striped suit?
And that's Ace.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
Seven and Clover had come to peer over Junpei's shoulders.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the ninth man and Cap too.
As Junpei looked closer, he noticed the expression on each man's face. Their smiles suggested that they were close, at least to some degree.
And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these four men connected?
Snake's voice broke into Junpei's thoughts.
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the ninth man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the ninth man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
Snake knit his eyebrows.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did
Back.
you look on the back?
The back?
There's always something
Yes,
on the back.
the reverse. The other side.
Junpei flipped the picture over.
Huh.
There it was. To be precise, it wasn't a date, but it was certainly significant. He read it out loud so that Snake would not be left in the dark.
Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido.
Nonary project. Nijisaki, Kobuta, Musashido.
Huh.
Yep. Junpei immediately flipped the picture back over.
Then the four men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary Game 9 years ago.
Since Hongo wasn't mentioned, Junpei figured that could only mean he'd written the words on the back himself.
That means Ace, the ninth man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
That their true identities did not come as a surprise was what Junpei found most surprising.
Why? Why am I not surprised?
Because you already know that in a different timeline.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Yep.
Ah, of course. I understand now.
Junpei looked over at Snake. In his own confusion, he had missed the dark look on the other man's face.
Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
Even as he asked, Junpei felt as though he'd already known. Almost as if someone had whispered it into his head that yes, of course Ace was Hongo.
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have.
No, maybe she hadn't seen him.
9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada.
Yeah, she probably didn't see him, right?
But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
Yeah, that's right. She wasn't with them.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
No, you're a blabbermouth.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you.
I mean, you told me all about the experiment, even though Snake told you not to.
But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else.
Exactly,
And
you're a
if you
blabbermouth.
did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Clover's and Snake's conversation wasn't of particular interest to Junpei. He still couldn't make sense out of the strange feelings of knowledge. He was trying to organize his thoughts when he heard Seven's voice.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Sure, man. He had no reason to say no, so Junpei handed the picture over. Seven stared at the picture and began to mother the 4 names of the project's leaders over and over to himself.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
His brow was furrowed and his face was flushed.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
He chanted their names to himself, pacing back and forth across the floor.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Chanting, and suddenly a demon appears from the shadows. Seven shouldn't have known their names. After all, he hadn't been there when Junpei and Snake had spoken of them in the library. But as Junpei watched him pace, it was clear that he did know them.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet!
His eyes were red, and Junpei could see sweat beginning to bead on his forehead.
I'm this close to remembering. This close.
He was sweating heavily now, but his lips were dry.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Shido.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Nonary
Project.
He found something. Then he stopped. Seven set down the picture and looked at the red light near his feet. His eyes narrowed. Then suddenly his eyes went wide and he shot up straight.
Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it.
Oh, here's my favorite song. Beep, boop. Beep, boop.
My memory's back.
Beep, beep, boop.
I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Seven's voice was filled with excitement.
What?
Shock and excitement had frozen Junpei in place, along with Snake and Clover.
Let me tell you what happened.
Seven hastily drew a shaking hand across his mouth and began to speak.
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota.
So this is Kubota, this is Nijisaki, and this is Musashido.
Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
Realization began to dawn on Junpei, along with a pressing question.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
Seven rubbed a scar on his chin.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
Snake was the only one who didn't voice any sort of agreement. It looked to Junpei as if he was simply waiting to see where Seven's sudden recovery might take them.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, alright?
Give us the abridged version.
Short version, huh?
The big man pulled off his hat and scratched his head. He made a face and put his hat back on.
Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Junpei and Clover nodded earnestly.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital.
He told us so in the torture chamber.
A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Wait, Seven can sweet talk people? Okay.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding, my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
I enjoyed the atmosphere. The atmospheric sound of the waves was nice.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but...
It's the same cell as second door.
It won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
Here, over here. It's the 9 door. I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh?
Hurry, over here. This is probably okay coming.
No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
What are we going to do now?
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over.
Damn, 7.
There it was.
Just flipped the entire bed out of the way.
The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then when my inside man told me, popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
At least these guys can really grunt, you know?
Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then, there was a voice.
In the incinerator.
wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news.
Yeah.
Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up.
I can imagine.
Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel. Almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for.
Note the clothes that she's wearing. We've seen these before. The colors. Just
They all
saying.
gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He definitely looks like someone.
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
Sounds like Rivali.
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
In other words, sounds like Santa.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
You better get going.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope.
1 minute and a half. 1 minute and 15 minutes.
Okay. Ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. I The other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
He looks great in the striped suit, though.
Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me. No! Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. It was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
You better get out of there, Hongo.
Incineration will begin in...
Or, stay. That's fine. If you get burned to a crisp, I don't care.
1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in a raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
Good.
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yep, that's the other side of the door.
That's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
You could probably open the door.
That meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps. Our arms pumping fast. We went round, round, round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
That's Snake. He's blind.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
No one answered him.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it?
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs.
I'm going with you.
But the boy... Sorry. Clicked it too fast.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane, was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly,
Help me! Somebody help me!
we heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
We also know her face. That's June. Even though Junpei can't look into Snap's memory, so he doesn't know.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
Oh look, she was number 5 in this experiment, just like we were number 5.
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But
Looks like a
Hongo was
5, right?
bigger and stronger. She
Looks like
wasn't gonna win.
looks like a 5, right?
Akane!
Because I don't see like a little thing there that would be a 6.
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Also, Kani. It says here already. It's Akane.
Hongo
It's
lifted
June.
Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please help me! I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
It was silent. All they could hear was the creaking of the boat as it shifted in the water. They waited. They waited. But Seven didn't continue.
What happened then?
Junpei couldn't wait any longer. He had to know. Seven looked at the floor.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Seven shook his head. But there was something Junpei had to know.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Seven stared straight ahead at nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Junpei felt a cold lump form in the pit of his stomach. A feeling of sickening anticipation washed over him, and he could feel his body shivering. He desperately did not want to know the answer he had feared. He already knew, but he had to ask. He had to know for sure.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
God.
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Seven looked at Junpei curiously and ran his tongue quickly over his dry lips.
Kurashiki.
Ugh, that's what he feared.
Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
He's like, that's not possible because that's June. Something inside of Junpei stopped. He had no more words left. He had no more Junpei left. He was just a shell of flesh and bone. Seven turned to Snake.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective.
Junpei's mind was blank, withdrawn from the world. Somewhere far away, he could hear Seven and Snake talking.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you!
Her surprise seemed to be genuine. Seven regarded Clover for a moment and rubbed his chin thoughtfully.
Well, I guess I believe you.
Clover nodded.
All right, let me ask you another question.
He stuck his hands into his pockets and took a few steps. Then he stopped and turned to face them again.
Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother.
Yeah.
You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now.
Yeah, I could still recognize it.
I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection.
Still has to be smug, right?
As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
That spark caught flame in Junpei's leaden mind, and the fog began to clear. Like an engine beginning to turn, images and thoughts began to coalesce in his mind, coming faster and faster, forming bigger images, bigger thoughts. Junpei blinked. He was back.
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like a lot. But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack.
I want Junpei to become a detective and just help Seven out or something. That would be so cool.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project. Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone.
In fact, Junpei didn't think he knew. He couldn't explain why or how, but he had no doubt that Santa had killed no one. Perhaps the madness of the last several hours was finally driving him insane, but Junpei had ceased to be surprised at his sudden knowledge, and had even begun to accept it.
If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Chase.
Yep.
Right.
Or Hongo. Snake, Clover, and Seven all nodded.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary project.
In other words, Ace.
There was a moment of silence.
What?
Guys, you've been talking for way too long. And then the room shook. From far away, they heard the sudden rush of water.
Whoa, what the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
In a drawer that had held the picture was a key card. Junpei grabbed it.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go.
Let's get out and then we'll stop the episode. Because it's been a long one, but I didn't want to interrupt the revelations and stuff. Alright, let's just swipe this card.
Junpei, look! It's unlocked!
Yeah! Now we can go back to the library! Hurry up, Junpei. We don't have time. Let's go! Alright, let's go. You found it! And with that, we found the exit to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like this episode kind of spoke for itself. And I hope you found the revelations very interesting. I already knew them, of course, but like seriously, the moment that Santa or Aoi like stands in front of the burnt ashes of his sister and cries, oh my god, like I had tears in my eyes again. Like the first time I cried so hard. I remember crying so much, but I still get tears in my eyes every time I see it because it's so sad. Like she did not deserve that, but how is she still alive, you know? How is June still alive? It's kind of weird. But yeah, I'll leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.